Alright guys, last time. This is the third time I've recorded this and it's been too long every time. Here's my Stam DK build video. It's running a 2H and a bow. I recently got Emperor on it. It's a medium armor, 2 heavy, 5 medium, very fast, heavy burst kind of build. Okay, what do we got here? Let's fly through this. Master's Bow. Infused Master's Bow. It's beautiful. Run Dragonstar, get it, love it. Poison injection is your best friend. I run it with an infused damage glyph on it. That's 753 extra damage on any single target. You can apply the Master's Bow proc to more than one target at a time. Keep that in mind. Spriggans, running Spriggans with a Nirnhoned Maul, as well as 1 infused and 2 protective jewelry. Protective jewelry is really, really nice, especially if you're running medium. It keeps us in very, very safe numbers, resistance-wise. And I have run a weapon damage glyph on the infused piece. We've got 5 medium Bone Pirate on the body with 2 tri-stat glyphs, 1 on the chest, 1 on the legs. 2 heavy blood spawn. I've decided to leave the health glyphs on there. The alt gen that you get from this is just fantastic, especially since you're a DK. You literally can sustain it through running ultimates. It's so strong. Let's get into the skills real quick. On the bow bar, we've got hardened armor. This keeps up our physical and spell resistance buff. We're running shuffle. This is going to be our major evasion and snare removal. Resolving vigor. This is our heal over time. Love it. Poison injection, this is what makes our Master's Bow tick. You want to make sure that you open up on just about every target that you attack with a light attack and a poison injection, and yeah, make that Master's Bow work for you. It'll love you, you'll love it, it'll be a great relationship you'll have together. We've got Fragmented Shield here. Fragmented Shield I'm using for several reasons. Major Mending is one of them. Minor Brutality through the Earth and Heart passives. There's a passive that where you get minor brutality for 20 seconds, which increases your weapon damage by 10% to you and allies around you. So if you're in a group of other stamina builds, it's a good idea to, you know, pop this every now and then and just keep that buff up. As well, there's another passive where it also helps you return stamina. It returns 990 stamina when you use it every 6 seconds. So that's also, it's a very, very strong skill. Got corrosive armor. This is your defensive, oh crap, they're coming, or oh crap, I need resources, or you know, you just have a really tanky guy and you just want to, you know, punch some holes in him. Because when you activate this skill, your attacks ignore all physical resistance. Very, very strong skill. Not main ultimate, but definitely useful when things are about to go bad if you happen to have the saved up ultimate. On the front bar, we got Nauseous Breath. This is basically the main spammable. It's an AoE. It's AoE surprise attack with a dot on it. You can get this tooltip well over 9k. I know for a fact there's ways you can get it probably, you can get it over 10k. And it's beautiful right now. It's very, very strong. Trust it, know it, love it. Flames of Oblivion. You could run Cauterize here if you really feel like you need the extra heals. I'm running Flames of Oblivion for a couple of reasons. One being that it gives you major savagery, increasing your weapon critical. 2 being that it actually does give you some burst. And 3, I guess these are in no particular order, but and 3, the passive, there's a passive here, Combustion, where when you apply the burning status to an enemy, you gain 500 stamina. When you apply the poison status to an enemy, you gain 500 magic, and it can occur every 5 seconds. Just so happens that Flames of Oblivion does apply the burning status to enemies when you hit them, and it gives you a chance to restore magic, which is always nice. More resources are great, extra burst is great, having the major savagery there, it's always on. You don't need to activate the skill to get the extra crit, so that's fantastic. I noticed when this isn't on. Rally, 20% more damage, major brutality, fantastic heal, keep it up. Try and let it run for as long as possible before using it again to gain the most benefit from it. It's a fantastic skill. Reverse Slice, AoE Execute. You can run Executioner here as well if you really want to go nothing but single target, but I've found with playing around with both of them that I just have better results overall open world using Reverse Slice. And Dizzy Swing. Good old dizzy swing. If you can land them on people, it can equal a lot of bursts, and there's really no feeling quite like dizzy swinging someone straight into a take flight and then hitting them over the head with a reverse slice. It's just, it's everything that being a DK is all about. And by all means, if you can't hit them with a DK, or you can't hit them with a DK, you can't hit them with a dizzy swing, then feel free to weave Nauseous Breath, because trust me, this hits hard, the dot is annoying, and no Templar even is going to want really too much to do with you, because you can just keep this dot up. It's cheaper for you to keep applying these dots than it is for them to keep purifying them. Right, so what are we moving on to here? We've got poisons. I'm running double dot poisons on the two-hander bar because it would get rid of the enchant if I ran it on the master's bow. Food-wise, I'm running Dubious Camlorn Throne. And other than that, let's jump into the CP real quick. I don't have really too much to explain. The most important part is going to be in the blue tree where we've got an off-balance proc. But here we go. I've got 72 into Warlord, 11 into Sprinter. Orcs get reduced cost of sprinting. May as well jump into that and, you know, keep that going. Play off their strengths. 32 into Arcanist. I like having a little more mag recovery on my stamina builds. 75 into Mooncap. Hit that even nice 14%. 40 into Tumbling. 40 into Shadow Ward. I don't do a ton of blocking, so you could, you know, you can play around with these and, as you wish, move some of these points around. You could always take some more to Shadow Ward if you also don't do a lot of blocking and maybe you want to reduce the cost of your roll dodge more. Maybe you want Sprinter, whatever it might be. You can, by all means, play around with these points. These are not set in stone or anything like that. 27 into Blessed. 81 into Master at Arms. And 39 into Physical Weapon Expert. This is actually a really valuable one. 22% extra damage from my light and heavy attacks is nothing to be laughed at all. And really, this is where it all adds up to, is the 120 points in here to get the Tactician passive. Since I'm running a bow, I roll dodge a little bit. When you roll dodge, you set people off balance. And then over here, when people are off balance, they take 10% more damage. So it ends up being a really good, you know, they work very, very well together. And since you've got the bow, and if your bow is maxed out, when you roll dodge, you get Major Expedition. You end up being really elusive, and it gives you the ability to roll dodge several attacks at once and then just turn around and leap people. Or even still, just turn around and hit them with the Nauseous Breath and go back into it because they're off balance, they're taking more damage. Take advantage of that situation. Going with 64 into Mighty, 21 into Piercing, 18 Precise Strikes. Get a little bit more critical damage, critical healing. I wasn't too worried about pushing high critical damage because I don't have an incredibly high critical rating, so there wasn't really a whole lot of reliance on that, but it is nice to have the extra critical healing as well. And then Thaumaturge, an extra 9% damage from the dots being Poison Injection as well as Nauseous Breath. Other than that, I may have included, I'm an Orc. If you wanted to make another race choice here, I'd probably go with Wood Elf or Nord. I just think Orc probably has the best flat damage. Wood Elf is going to be the little quicker, easier to get away from people, and Nord is just tankier and more ulti-gen, so Nord is also a fantastic choice. What else do we got? This is definitely built for CP. This is not a no CP build. You can make changes to it. You can run the Serpent Stone, run more regen, however you'd like, but this is definitely a champion point focus setup. And I'd be happy to hear what you guys think about it. Give it a shot. Let me know how it goes. And check out the live stream. I'll put a link down in the description below. I'm streaming on Twitch 5 days a week. Feel free to come by, say hi, tell your friends, all that goodness. Until I see you again, or until the next video, have a good one. Bye-bye.